Hello, and welcome back to Real Conversation, where we dive deep into the world of cinema. Today, we're setting sail with one of the most iconic films in movie history, Titanic, directed by the visionary James Cameron. Whether you're a hopeless romantic or a fan of cinematic spectacle, Titanic has something for everyone. So, let's dive in. Titanic hit theaters in 1997, and since then it has become a defining film of modern cinema. It's a romance, a drama, and a disaster film all rolled into one. The story is set against the real-life tragedy of the RMS Titanic, which sank on its maiden voyage in 1912. The film focuses on the love story between Rose DeWitt Bukater, played by Kate Winslet, and Jack Dawson, portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio. Now, if you haven't seen Titanic, well, I'd be surprised, but just in case, spoilers ahead. Plot summary. At its heart, Titanic is about two people from different worlds. Rose is a young aristocrat trapped in a loveless engagement to Cal Hockley, a wealthy and controlling man. Enter Jack, a free-spirited artist who wins a ticket onto the Titanic. Their love blossoms amidst the grandeur of the ship, only to face the ultimate test as disaster strikes when the Titanic collides with an iceberg. It's a powerful mix of love and tragedy that pulls at your heartstrings until the very end. Themes. One of the reasons Titanic resonates so deeply is the way it explores universal themes. The love between Rose and Jack represents freedom and self-discovery, especially for Rose, who feels stifled by her upper-class life. There's also a strong theme of class disparity. The ship itself was a symbol of luxury and excess for the wealthy, but as the film shows us, no amount of money could prevent the tragedy that unfolded. Finally, there's the theme of human arrogance, the belief that this unsinkable ship could never fail, which serves as a stark reminder of our own vulnerabilities. Character development. Speaking of characters, let's talk about their development, starting with Rose. She's initially introduced as a dutiful daughter, expected to marry for status, not love. But her time with Jack becomes the catalyst for her transformation. She learns to defy societal expectations and truly live for herself. Jack, on the other hand, is a breath of fresh air, free-spirited, adventurous, and full of life. While his character doesn't change much over the course of the film, he serves as a symbol of hope and freedom for Rose. And then there's Cal Hockley, played by Billy Zane. He embodies the arrogance and entitlement of the upper class, and his jealousy and rage provide a great contrast to Jack's humility and kindness. Zane's performance adds an extra layer of tension to the story, especially during the ship's chaotic final moments. Director's style. James Cameron's direction in Titanic is nothing short of masterful. His ability to blend epic set pieces with intimate, emotional moments is what makes this film so engaging. Cameron paid meticulous attention to the details, from the ship's design to the historical accuracy, and combined them with groundbreaking special effects that still hold up today. His direction allows you to feel both the grandeur of the Titanic and the personal stakes of the characters. Performances. Now let's talk about the performances. Kate Winslet, as Rose, is simply outstanding. You can see her character's evolution from a caged bird to a woman who embraces her freedom. Winslet brings depth and emotional weight to the role, making her one of the most memorable characters in cinema. Leonardo DiCaprio as Jack, what can I say? He's charming, he's lovable, and he makes you believe in the power of love. His chemistry with Winslet is undeniable, and it's easy to see why these performances have stood the test of time. The supporting cast, from Billy Zane to Kathy Bates and Frances Fisher, also bring a lot to the table. Each character adds richness to the world Cameron has built, and their performances elevate the film's emotional impact. Technical aspects. Of course, we can't talk about Titanic without mentioning the technical achievements. The special effects, especially in the sinking scenes, are groundbreaking. Cameron used a combination of practical effects and CGI that still impresses today. The cinematography by Russell Carpenter is breathtaking, capturing the immense scale of the Titanic and the intimacy of the characters' relationships. And let's not forget the score by James Horner. My Heart Will Go On became an anthem of the 90s and remains iconic. The music adds so much emotional depth to the film and is inseparable from its legacy. Strengths and weaknesses. In terms of strengths, Titanic shines in its emotional depth, visual spectacle, and powerful performances. The film is an emotional roller coaster, and despite knowing the fate of the ship, the story remains gripping. That said, there are a couple of weaknesses. The film's length, over 3 hours, can be a bit much for some viewers. Also, because we know the Titanic's tragic outcome, the suspense might be lessened for those who are familiar with history. Overall impact. But when all is said and done, Titanic is more than just a movie. It's a cinematic event. It swept the Academy Awards, taking home 11 Oscars, and it's indelibly impacted popular culture. The combination of romance, drama, and disaster makes it a film that still captivates audiences today, almost 3 decades later. Recommendation. So would I recommend Titanic? Absolutely. Whether you're watching for the first time or revisiting it, the film delivers a truly unforgettable experience. It's a timeless classic that will continue to resonate with audiences for generations. That wraps up today's review. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let me know in the comments what you think of Titanic. Do you agree with my take, or do you have a different perspective? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening to, and I'll catch you next time on Real Conversation.